I have 3 in my S tier, but I don't think either one of them would be one that you're thinking of. So.
Okay. All right. Let's do it then.
Okay. You guys both ready?
Yes.
I'm ready.
Jesus Christ.
Jeez. This just threw up. Okay, I'm
I
ready
had
to
to
go.
get the cold open.
to clear the throat.
Are you ready? Yes.
Pardon me, hairball. All right, let's go.
Jesus.
All right, I'm going to start now. Welcome to Draft. I'm your host, Dave Prentice, and as always, I'm joined by my dear friend and co-host, who's already losing it. We haven't even really started yet. Preston Thompson. Preston, how are you doing? What are you drinking tonight, my friend?
I'm so good, Dan. I'm drinking a hot toddy, a big one.
Ooh,
I think it's going to go down
saucy.
real nice. And I've been thinking about the way I am on this show in particular.
Oh God.
I want our listeners to know something. Very often,
Okay.
I record this show immediately after I record an episode of the Georgia Politics Podcast, of which I am the host.
What you're doing tonight?
Which tonight we just wrapped 20 minutes ago. What I sort of have realized is I do a lot of arguing on that show, very intense arguing, where I'm like really hitting something to my core belief. And then when I come do this show, I'm sort of tired.
You don't have the energy for it.
Sometimes. I maybe I'm not as defensive as I otherwise would be if I just dropped the Georgia Politics show. So I'm taking this opportunity to announce my exit from the Georgia Politics show so I can focus more on Drafted. I'm just kidding. That's not happening. But maybe it would help me become a better drafter.
A huge announcement.
Well, there's no audience overlap, so there'd be really no point in making that announcement.
I bet there's like a couple people.
Oof. I don't know. Get at me, listener, if you're the one.
Yeah, drafted listeners, if you also listen to Preston on G-Poll, let us know.
Yeah, please.
And you're drinking a hot toddy the dog days of summer?
Yeah, because it helps me relax, and I'm having Sunday scaries over here, you know. So it's the cure for the Sunday scaries.
Okay, it's always good when an alcoholic beverage is your cure for something.
Yep.
I think
It's easy to rely on, man. It's always in the house.
it's always there for you. We are joined this week by no longer our greatest rival on the show.
Says who?
I think
You didn't talk to me about this.
I thought we buried the hatchet last time he was on.
Boy, I don't know about that. That's strong.
I thought we were all friends now, no longer frenemies.
All right, that's fine.
But maybe not. Maybe Preston still has wounds that haven't healed. But we are here with freaking nerd Mario to figure all that out. Mario, how are you doing? And what are you drinking tonight?
I'm doing great, gentlemen. I'm drinking a Steve Austin's Broken Skull American Lager from El Segundo Brewing Company, one of the finest
Of course you are.
brewing companies in the country out of El Segundo, California. It is delicious and a tasty beverage. I'm going to take a sip. Yep, it's still good.
Nice sip.
But yeah, I thought we were good too. I
thought so too, Mario.
Preston was on. I had Preston on my podcast, the Connery Curious podcast. We had a great time talking about Indiana Jones. So I thought we were good.
That's true. Maybe I did forget that. But
Preston,
I forgot.
Preston's harboring some hatred deep down, it would seem.
clearly, for everyone.
I'm back on my Blowing Rock Brewing IPA that I drank last time, but this time I'm drinking it out of a glass instead of straight from the can. So maybe it'll be better, because I feel like IPAs you're supposed to drink from a glass, so you get like the smell when you're drinking them. You know,
Maybe I'll toss a little bit. I'll toss a little bit in my Batman glass, just a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh,
it is quite good.
that's a great audio pour. Nice job.
Just a little bit. There we go.
See, Mario's a professional. He does everything right on the microphone.
Why is that glass so little?
This was the remember the McDonald's glasses we got back in the day, like from Batman Forever.
Yeah.
This is the only.
I don't remember those, but
it was the only one I could recover.
Imagine.
It's not really. I guess it's kind of. I guess it is glass.
It is actual glass. Yeah, you can tell about the sound. That is impressive, actually.
But yeah, it's a great little glass. It's very small, but kind of nice.
Yeah, it is small.
A little sip
for a child, for sure.
Do you think they envisioned people drinking beer out of those when they made them for children?
Probably not, but
well, breaking
I would
barriers.
assume.
Isn't
I
there-
mean, these are nice for kids. This is a nice sculpted
Isn't
glass.
that's weird though, right? To make it for kids, but also make it glass,
It's,
and not
you're
something that kids
asking
can't
for
break.
it. It's true. Good
Yeah,
point.
like
Yeah.
it's pretty good quality. Like I'm not sure if there's a certain company that made this, but no, it's McDonald's. So yeah, I mean they don't make it like this anymore.
No, certainly not.
Toys suck it.
They made it out of the same material they make the McRib out of.
Yeah,
Good cross.
The last time
explains
I
all
got a
the-
McDonald's toy was in the heart of the pandemic, and they had it was when I was like hard in my Pokemon nostalgia pandemic phase, and they had like with Happy Meal for a time you could get like special McDonald's Pokemon cards.
Oh, that's right. I remember those. Yeah, me and Mike went nuts.
And so
with those.
yeah, they went crazy. People like went and bought them out because it was like right when it was like really hard to get any Pokemon cards of any kind. And yeah, people were like going and buying the packs like first thing in the morning, like buying hundreds of
That's
Pokemon
nuts.
packs from McDonald's so that kids couldn't get them. Yeah, it was insane. I just wanted like 2 Happy Meals worth, so like 2 packs, and I ordered on the app and like picked my toy, and then when I went to the drive-through, they didn't have the Pokemon cards, so I got some other knockoff. I mean, it wasn't a knockoff, but some other bullshit.
It was like a
toy.
Trolls 2 type thing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I thought there would be trolls, but there were only goblins.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
Really disappointing. What are we drafting tonight, Preston? It has nothing to do with Pokemon cards or anything we've talked about to this point,
It doesn't.
as usual.
No. Tonight we are drafting the best TV theme songs for a road trip. And I told you over text that the road trip part of this throws me a little because a lot of like the age of theme songs with lyrics is sort of over mostly these days. But like, so I'm curious to see how much our lists skew towards sing-alongs as opposed to just really awesome theme songs.
I think more so. I'm just thinking, it doesn't have to be a road trip, but just a playlist.
Yes.
Songs you're actually going to listen to outside of the context of them being great theme songs.
They get the people going. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And our draft order, as always, driven by random.org, the best website on Earth, other than our own merch shop, obviously.
Nice.
I got the first pick here. Blessed the first pick. That feels huge for this draft. Mario has second pick, Preston third, and then as always, 6-style draft. So reverse order on even rounds. Hang on. I don't know why I say that every single episode, and I don't know why this thought is just not popped in my head. I get a lot of people that send me like Instagram reels mostly. There are 2 guys who do like a slimmed down version of our show.
Yeah, like slim down meaning like 60 seconds and under. I see these guys on TikTok.
Yeah, like to go viral on the the real
the apps,
short video platforms. And they don't snake style their draft.
No.
And it makes me furious.
Ridiculous. I don't understand.
What are they? The sanctity of the draft at that point is nil.
How
Yes.
many people are drafting?
I see typically 3.
It is 2.
2 or 3, sure. Yeah.
Oh, the ones I always see, it's 2 guys just going back.
Well, 2, it's even more pronounced. Like, oof.
It's absurd.
Got a snake style. There was never even a question in the format of the show. It was never even a conversation we had. Just happens.
No, because we're fair drafters.
We're fair drafters.
Same with us. Yeah, we're just kind of like draft snaking the draft makes the most sense because we had 5 on our team, 4 when we started, and it's like that makes so much more sense because you want that. Like people hate
it's
the
unbalanced
end,
if you don't do
but,
it.
Like,
Yeah.
Giving that
gotta-
like and the two guys that do it, one guy gets the best pick of every round. It's insane.
Dumb.
I don't know what they're doing. People would send those to me. My friend would send those to me. He's like, "Oh, they're drafting stuff. Daniel will like this," and it would just make me angry every single time. I'm like, "Stop sending me these. I don't like them.
Leave it to
They're
the
bad."
professionals.
Yeah. Although I think they probably make way more money than we do because they get like millions of views on TikTok and Instagram and stuff.
Yeah, well, listen, can't win them all.
So-
Yeah, but they're not
Anyway,
as thoughtful
we're
as
still
we
doing it
are.
better.
We're so much more
Yeah,
thoughtful
exactly.
with our takes.
Yeah. I just want to get that off my chest.
Yeah.
Now I'll go ahead and make the first pick, which is the original Pokemon theme song.
God dang it. This
you
is
got
why
me.
I wanted the first pick. This is why I was so upset. I'm just...
Yeah.
It just hits so good. Oh my god. So sad. It's the saddest I've ever been. No, it's the saddest I've ever been while listening to the song. I don't want to listen to it anymore. You've ruined it for me.
Yeah, I've actually, funny enough, I've ruined this song for a lot of people because, as many of you know, I also stream on Twitch. And I have sound alerts set up where people can, like, use bits or channel points or what have you to trigger different sounds to play on stream. Mm-hmm. And one of the ones I have is the Pokemon theme song. The full Pokemon theme song, which is like a 3-minute song. Yeah. Which is a very long time to be listening to something on stream.
We also do that on our channel, and we slowly raise the bits every week because it's like...
Yeah.
We're up to about 1,000 bits now, I think.
I had to significantly raise mine immediately because I had one stream where one viewer played it, I think, like 6, 7, or 8 times in a row.
Oh
just
no cooldown? You gotta put a cooldown.
There was no cooldown on it.
Oh,
no. And he got to the point where he was paying me like $10 per play. So I made a lot of money that stream, but the
lost
rest
a lot of viewers.
Are all scarred and can no longer listen to the Pokemon theme song.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But I still think it's great. Every time it gets played, I rock the fuck out.
Oh, it's fabulous. It's fabulous song.
It's a very clear number 1 overall pick here. I think nobody's going to knock you for that. And also, like, for our listener demographic, oh boy. You throw that on in any situation, and people are getting wild and rowdy.
Yeah. It's true. All right, Mario, what's pick number 2?
All right, yeah, it's a really good pick, Dap. Really good.
Thank you.
That was on my list there, but right under it, I do have the Friends theme song. Because that is the easy. That's how I gauge how many white people are in a room. Because if you sing that first bar, all you gotta do is sing that first line and see who claps. You get those 4 claps. Those are white people.
Oh
in the room.
My god. Yeah, you could be at like a wedding and someone's like, "Yeah, man, I just don't know what to do. I can't stand it anymore. You know, I've got to make a change." And then suddenly everybody's just like, you're like, damn it.
You've woken up the entire party, and y'all are ready to go.
Yeah.
So, Friends theme for me, baby.
I think this is a good pick, Mario, because I think probably this will be a lot of people's number 1. Like, when they think of a theme song that they like, they'll think of this song. Yeah. I don't like the song, and I don't like Friends. And so you've pretty much ensured that I will not be voting for your team at the end of the draft. But I still think it's a good pick. I think it's a good pick because I know I'm in the minority.
This is like the equivalent. This is like the equivalent of having Deshaun Watson at quarterback. Be like, listen, the talent is there, but boy, am I never going to root for your team ever again.
So I think this is a good pick just because most people will agree, but I can't say anything good about it. I think it's overplayed and kind of annoying, just like the show.
Mario, how do you feel about the show Friends?
I liked it. I remember like that was, speaking of COVID, that was like one of my COVID rewatches was like that dropped on Netflix. I'm like, let's go back to that apartment and hang out with everybody again and live out those things. It's one of those shows like it's gonna watch it like maybe once or twice in your life. That's good enough. It's like The Office. It's like you can just watch it once or twice. Like we get the references. We know what's going on.
A lot of people feel very differently about it.
I was gonna say, I think you're gonna run into some heat.
That's a good.
Oh yeah, I have a friend that's watched The Office at least 6 times in the last 3 years.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I
loves it.
I feel like Friends hits some nice highs that the more distance we get from it, people remember those moments and they think the overall show was consistently better than it was. Because there are a couple like great episodes or memorable moments. I don't really understand, because it wasn't like my time, how it managed to capture everybody. Like it was you're
talking about Friends?
Yeah. It was like a true like water.
I thought you said The Office.
Oh no. It was like a true water cooler show, right? Where people would come in and they would want to know what you thought of the thing. I don't know how a show like that captured in the same way that like Game of Thrones did later. Like that makes more sense to me. But
I think the finale is the second most watched episode of American TV ever.
That's
behind the MASH finale.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like
have you guys ever seen the clips of Friends without the laugh track?
No. Oh
Oh
God.
no,
Let me see that was something that went pretty viral. Like there were like a few of them that went pretty viral on Twitter. I think like people removing the laugh track from Friends and just how unbelievably like cringeworthy awkward it is.
Oh my God.
It's rough.
Are there
It's a rough
shows
time.
airing right now that have laugh tracks?
Probably.
Big
Well,
Bang
if you-
Theory,
yeah.
is that still on the air? They have laugh tracks, right?
No, I don't.
I think
I
they're
think they stopped
done.
it like a year or two ago. Yeah.
but there's some like Fuller House that came on Netflix, stuff like that.
True.
They have that really like obvious. This it's like someone has a stream deck. It's hitting the same laugh track. Really bad. You know, it's not how it was back in the day. Like I didn't realize Friends was a laugh track. I think like Seinfeld was live, and I can't think of what else might
I
have
can't
been
remember if
live.
Seinfeld was laugh track or not.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Friends definitely had a laugh track.
Seinfeld definitely had a laugh track. No question.
Was it laugh track? I got to
Oh, yeah.
rewatch. But yeah, it's
I mean,
so
all those
obvious.
90s sitcoms did really.
Right.
They all had laugh. That was like the thing.
Yeah.
But anywho, if you ever want to like really watch some good cringy stuff,
all the time.
Friends without laugh track is pretty good.
Jeez. Okay.
All right, Preston, you got back-to-back picks, my friend.
Well, with them, I'm going to take two shows that occupy very similar places in my brain.
Okay.
The first one here, I'm happy fell this far. I was in Austria recently, as I talked about on this show. I went to go see an F1 race, and like most people speak English, but it's not like everybody. So, at the race, like I wasn't hearing a lot of English being thrown around as like people's first language because I'm halfway across the world. But I was waiting in the concessions line for a good old sausage.
American hot dog. Oh,
Well, their version of American hot dog, which is just infinitely better. But some people are playing the music just before the race starts, and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme song comes on, and these people who don't speak English know every single word. To like also the second verse that like isn't in the actual theme, they know every single word to it, and that just solidifies it in my mind as an all-time great. And I think it's appropriate for the first round. Like I think it is up there with one of the best.
I agree. I personally would take it ahead of Friends, like for my own personal listening.
Yeah, but the three picks we have made up to this point were the ones that I thought would go in the first round. So nobody's like wildly off base at this point.
In West Philadelphia, born and
Don't do
raised on the
this.
playground
Don't
is where
do
I
this.
spend most of my
Don't
days.
do this. Don't do this.
Chill
Don't
down,
do it.
Max, and relax.
We don't want you to, Mario, don't do it either. Mario, don't do
Outside
it
of
either.
school with a couple of guys.
What makes you think people want
make
this?
a couple of
This is
neighborhood.
bad. This is so bad. What makes you think people want this?
That's also a great
you were-
way to figure out how many white people are in a room and get them all to sing that song.
Yeah, fair point.
Oh, so you only like it when people with Austrian accents do it. I get it.
Yeah. Moving on for my snake pick coming back around. I hold these two shows very close in my mind because one came on right after the other, and they both came on right as I got home from school on good old ABC Family, which I don't think exists anymore. And that is Full House.
Ah, you got me. Got me again.
Yeah, this is a classic.
I think it's like
definitely-
appropriately placed. I don't think it belongs in the first round, but I think it's awfully close.
Yeah, definitely one of those ones where the theme song is worlds better than the show. What was that?
That was a world-class disagreement
What
noise,
was-
is what that was.
what was-
that was like the brakes being hit.
That
right
was
there.
that was Preston deciding whether or not he wanted to take up that mantle and fight with you about it. Because you're probably right. I don't need to. I don't.
This
need to
show
do
is so
that.
bad. Listen, I remember this. This is one of the few things. You know, there are a lot of things where your parents tell you, like, you'll understand when you're older.
Yeah.
You know, like there's a lot of things. This to me is the most clear example of that, because I remember when I was a little kid, like 8, 9, 10, 11, loved Full House. Like you, would watch it every day, because it would like coincide with being at home. And I remember my mom at one point. I don't remember exactly what she said, but she made some sort of comment about how nauseating Full House was. And I was like, well, what do you mean? What are you talking about? And she's like, you'll understand when you're older. And then I reached an age where I was watching Full House, or saw an episode of Full House, like, this is the schmaltziest, cheesiest, most nauseating show in the history of television. And it's true. It's true. My mom was completely right. So shout out my mom for saying I would understand when I was older. If you've not watched an episode of Full House or like a few episodes of Full House since you became an adult, well, I don't know. Preston's more innocent than me. Maybe it wouldn't bother him. As
I
much,
mean, no, I have rewatched it, but it's
awful.
I have rewatched it. I just don't. Yeah, I try not to think about it too hard. But you're right. And did you guys watch the new one by chance, Fuller House?
Yeah,
I think I watched an episode and it was absolutely unbearable.
We watched
we
it.
got through it. Yeah, Lee got through it. We watched together. It was like nice to have like little callbacks. It's like it's like watching an Avengers movie. It's like, oh, Thor's coming back. You see like Uncle Jesse and everybody else, and like, but then when it was just the girls, it got really cringe. Same thing with Girl Meets World, because I loved Boy Meets World. Growing up, I'm thinking, oh, let's go back to the basics here, and it was just unbearable. It was. Yeah, it's just very cringy. You can't like reload that magic.
Like the original, best part, in my opinion, is Carly Rae Jepsen covering the theme song, which is kind of a banger when she put that out.
Carly Rae does the theme song for Fuller House.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I'll have to go listen to that.
It's pretty good.
I do love me some CRJ.
They open with the best joke of the series, which is that Stephanie Tanner grew up to be a DJ and goes by DJ Tanner, which creates conflict with her sister TJ Tanner. It goes downhill from there. So, listener, if you thought that was funny, maybe give the show a try. Yeah. If you thought that was mad, then
it goes downhill from that.
Yeah, it's downhill from that.
I did enjoy the kind of wink to the camera roasting of the Olsen twins.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. They did a lot of fourth wall breaking with the Olsen twins. They'd be like, it's a shame we can't all be here for Thanksgiving. And they would just stare at the camera for 10 seconds.
Yeah, Michelle is out in France doing
fashion
modeling
things
and whatnot or whatever. And it's like, well done. I like that.
All right, let's move on from Full House. We've spent too much time on it.
Let's, like America, move on from Full House.
Yes, well said, Preston. Mario, what's your second pick?
All right, I'll take us to another fun syndicated show. A few weeks back, I went to Boston to go see a little band called the Bare Naked Ladies. And in that set list, they still play the Big Bang Theory, which every person in that crowd sang along to that song. It's insanity. So that's a big road trip playlist song, in my opinion. So the whole car can sing along to that. So I got to go with the Big Bang Theory theme song by the Bare Naked Ladies.
All right, Mario, I'm starting to worry for you here.
Oh, really?
Because
way. You hate
that show, too. Back-to-back picks where Daniel is just going to absolutely roast you alive.
No, well,
cook you like a turducken.
I do think the Big Bang Theory is a pretty catchy theme song, but I just worry that you're going like a little too like primetime mainstream big network TV here, and I don't think our audience is that.
Yeah,
if I had to
Daniel's about to take a YouTube series with his next choice.
Well, I got some B-sides in the back pocket, so we will see where we go. But you got to hit those sing-songy ones, man. Like, I really wanted Full House and Pokemon, man. Like those are huge.
Yeah, getting Pokemon. I mean, getting the first pick overall was big for me, I think. But yeah, I just think our audience is maybe going to be a little off the 8 o'clock CBS show path.
So you say that, Dan, but our audience is a little bit on voting for the friggin' nerds over us pretty much every time. So like they're going to be in conflict with themselves.
Well, what's the age demographic for?
I think our age probably like late 20s, early 30s.
Do we have that information? Is that something that we know?
No,
I'm logging into our account to see if it's something we can find out.
How would
I don't know.
It shows us. It shows us on our Spotify thing. What do you call it that we put off? And it's like it shows a lot of like 30 to 40 in that range. A lot of guys. A lot of guys.
A lot of guys.
We're like Rush. Only guys listen to us.
A lot of guys.
But yeah, I think it should buy. So that sounds about right. It's about that 20 to 30.
I just imagine our audience is, similar to me and Preston.
It's true. But if you're one of the 3 people who has downloaded our show in Finland, thank you. God, I wish I knew how to say thank you in Finnish. My brain was like, hey, Preston, this would be funnier if you said thank you in Finnish. And then I just went, oh, God, I don't know it.
Well, okay, we're gonna Google it real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up right now. Be Kitos? Kitos.
That sounded more Spanish than it should.
And that's what Google's telling me, man. Kitos.
Kitos.
Also, just to note, we have 1 download in Austria, which made me excited because I love Austria. And then I remembered I did download an old episode while I was there to listen to on the plane ride home. So I'm pretty sure that was me. So thanks,
Preston went to every laptop at his hotel and downloaded.
Just started subscribing to the show to pump our numbers up. Absolutely.
All right, it's time for me to make back-to-back selections. I have a couple in my S tier, but I think I'll be able to get those later, so I'm going to wait on them.
Interesting.
And I am going to go with a classic banger, because you guys are kind of starting to hog all those. So I'm going with the Golden Girls theme as my second round pick here.
No!
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
Now listen, if we weren't worried about copyright strikes, this would be the theme to Draft It, I think. Like, if we didn't have to get permission from somebody at some big studio or something, we would just use this over and over again. God, such a good pick, Dan.
Who would we get to cover it, though? Who would our CRJ cover person? Like, who would our artist be to cover it?
I would go Adele.
Adele. I'm thinking it'd be cool if you could put like a twist on it. That's more like the flavor of Drafted, But I don't know who that artist would be.
It would be the Jonas Brothers.
Backstreet Boys.
Listen, if you want the flavor of Drafted, maybe the flavor of Drafted is like Evanescence.
Is Jonas Brothers okay, that's listeners.
Zach
is the
Brown
flavor
band.
of Drafted Jonas Brothers or Evanescence? Which of
That's
those
the
two
spectrum.
very similar artists?
I think the flavor of Drafted is constantly moving between the two, just back and forth.
Yeah, flittering between those two.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
Kind of the Jonas Brothers of drafting. that should be on a T-shirt.
Yeah, we're the Jonas Brothers of drafting things nobody cares about.
And then I'm going to go, I anticipate, and I'm sorry, Preston, I didn't know that you had that one so high on your list. I feel like this might be a dagger for you as well. I'm going to take the Ted Lasso theme song.
Oh, nice.
Ted Lasso theme song, very good.
Really good, like, outside, like, I haven't even watched all that much of the show, but I listened to the theme song. It's just a great song.
How much of the show have you watched?
I think I watched most of season 1, but not all of it.
I believe season 1 ends with Mumford, whatever his name is, who sings the actual theme song. Marcus Mumford. He does a cover of "You'll Never Walk Alone," which, as you know, I'm a Liverpool fan. Like, I've been singing that song.
Yeah,
since
that
I
one
was
wouldn't
7
hit
years
me
old.
as.
I mean,
That wouldn't hit me as
it broke me into pieces. His cover of that song. It is so.
Is he
good.
from Liverpool?
I don't know. Good question. But no, this is a good choice. Music in that show, very good. Pretty underrated. They use licensed music very well. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole show is fabulous, man. Like, broke me into 2 pieces. It just made me rethink life. And I hope there's a spin-off of some kind, or what I don't know what their plans are, because they were kind of like, I guess we're going to end the show. And
Yeah, they left kind of open for them.
They set up a couple plot lines that basically don't involve Jason Sudeikis, because he's probably just too expensive at this point.
Yeah.
That's a good choice.
Well, he probably just wants to do other things more than he's too expensive, He probably just wants to do other stuff.
Yeah, probably.
Would be my guess.
Yeah.
But thank you.
Honestly,
that's just a great song.
Can I say, too, because I've never had a chance to say this, props to them for ending that show at 3 seasons. Like, I know some people were sort of upset at season 3, but, like, if you are those folks, and to be honest, a lot of them are not A-listers. Like, a lot of them, like, this was their first work in a while. If you catch that kind of lightning in a bottle, I mean, that's the kind of thing that pretty much everybody around you that's interested in the bottom line is going to want to run it for 11 or 12 seasons until it gets really bad. But I think they had a story to tell. They told it, and then they left, and they deserve some credit for that.
Sure.
Anyways, stepping down from my high horse.
I feel like we'll get more of that with the digital era we're in, of people having the creative license to just kind of tell a story via
Make a singular
episodic medium, and then you move on to the next.
There are a lot of
good. They'll probably get a bigger budget for the next one.
Yeah, streaming did make a lot of limited series. Like, this thing's going to be 10 episodes and 10 episodes only. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fair point.
The streaming's just not as beholden to like the formulaic
6 seasons in a movie
kind of deals, like the network TV shows.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, Mario, what do you got for us?
Back to me. Let's see. I'm gonna go from somewhere where I'm kind of sitting lately. I'm very nostalgic with a lot of these films coming out lately. We got like, Barbie just came out, Transformers, we got the Turtles coming out. So I got to go with the original 1980s Transformers theme song.
Ooh. Okay.
How does this go? Sing it for us, Mario.
Ooh, Transformers, robots in the sky.
Yeah.
All that.
Yeah.
It's like It's specifically, it's the 80s. Yeah, the one from the 80s is like the creme de la creme of Transformers theme songs. And I feel like on a road trip, that's going to wake you up. When you're on the interstate and the coffee's kind of wearing off, you got to turn some Transformers on. That'll get you a couple miles down the road till you hit the next gas station.
Especially when the car then starts to transform with you inside it. That'll really wake you up. That'll get you going in a hurry.
Oh, yes.
I like that. What I'll say, Dan, here is Mario has found a niche of people that listen to the show and is locking it in. So we don't have any chance for the people he's going after, but I'm not convinced there are enough of them. So you and I are dividing up the rest of the pie.
That's interesting to say, because I think Transformers is a very different breath than his first two picks. I think he's starting to cast. He's casting a much wider net with this pick.
That's why I'm trying to go. That's why I said like kind of the B tier kind of picks here, because I thought we were going obvious. But if you're saying your group of people are kind of liking the less popular,
I think going like this kind of nerdy nostalgia realm is exactly what you want here. I think this is. I did not have this on my radar, but I feel like this is the right realm for where you want to be with your third pick after where your first two went.
Okay.
All right, Preston. What's the final pick of the first half of the draft here?
Boy, tricky. Well, I'm gonna take a short one, a short theme song, but
short, and
literally
sweet.
Designed for you to sing along with it.
Oh.
And let me ask you guys a question, just real quick. Just let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
Oh no, Preston. Oh no.
You think this is a bad pick?
Listen, I don't know that there's a person on Earth who's a bigger SpongeBob SquarePants fan than I do.
I haven't seen one. Yeah.
Most things that enter my ears make me think of some sort of SpongeBob reference.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I want to like blast the SpongeBob theme song at any point, really, other than when I'm about to watch an episode of SpongeBob.
I just noticed you literally have SpongeBob flowers on your wall.
Yes, he does.
I do. Oh, you can't see the blue one.
So it's disappointing that you're not with me for this pick. You'd be the one I thought was a layup.
He's really mad that he didn't get that pick.
All right, well, can I take?
No, I'm not.
Can I take it back and pick
it was not on my
else?
list. I don't think you can.
Damn it! That'd be a first in the history of the show. No, I think it's short, granted, but like I think most people when they hear it are gonna know the call and response and they're gonna get engaged in the music. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't think you're necessarily wrong about that, but
I think you've heard it too much.
That could be. I just think there are a lot of like theme songs that are just much better songs than the SpongeBob.
Well, we'll certainly find out in the
the
second half of the draft. Stay tuned.
We will, yes. That does bring us to the halfway point of the draft here, the team so far. I have the Pokemon theme, the Golden Girls theme, and the Ted Lasso theme. Mario has the theme from Friends, Big Bang Theory, and Transformers. Generation 1, I think, is the official
That's it.
full name of the show. Preston has the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Full House, and SpongeBob SquarePants. Gonna take a quick break. We'll be back in the second half of the draft in just a moment. Just a quick announcement in case you haven't already heard. We moved our merch store to a newer website called Fourth Wall. Thanks to everyone who supported the launch of the new site last week. We can't wait to see you all in your new draft gear. We've got some great new designs as well as some old favorites from the old shop for you guys who didn't quite get a chance to get this stuff there. If you're a Patreon supporter, you receive a discount code for the new merch as well as a chance to win some free stuff. It's a great time to become a supporter for the month if you aren't already. The link for the new store as well as the link to become a Patreon supporter will be in the show notes. Okay, we are back. Preston has the first pick of the fourth round to get us started back up.
Well, since according to you, I'm already gone. Here's what.
No, I
here's
didn't.
what
That's
we're
not what I
gonna do.
said.
No. Here's what we're gonna do. It gives me an excuse to have some fun. Here's what we're gonna do. I think if I was on a road trip or some sort of party and I put this on, despite it having no words, people would sing along. Because every time I've heard it recently, people sing along. But
Interesting.
I'm taking the Game of Thrones theme.
Oh, yeah. I thought maybe you were going to go... well, I won't say what I was thinking, maybe. Yeah, this is a good one. I mean, this is one... So I didn't have this on my list because I did want more singing ones. And also, I do think that there are better theme songs that are like this version of a theme song.
Maybe, but
my
so
opinion.
many people watch this show.
Yeah, I think for the draft, purely for the draft, this is the best pick you can go for this one.
Yeah.
It's like everyone watched Game of Thrones. It was the singularity, the monoculture, and it's a great theme song. And you're right, like everyone knows it. Everyone can sing along to it. Just a very good theme.
Isn't it so crazy how quickly it became not that? Like it was
even when it was bad, it was.
Well,
but
yeah,
as soon as it ended, everyone's like, "Boy, let's forget about that."
It was
Let's get that
so
over with."
bad that it retroactively rewrote history out of it being one of the most successful shows of all time. Like, it undoubtedly is statistically one of the most successful shows of all time, but it was so bad that nobody would mention it if you asked them.
You know, it's like Game of Thrones is like when you're watching a football game and someone makes it's like a punt return or let's say an interception. Okay, someone like intercepts the ball on their like defensive goal lines. They just run a touchdown, and all of a sudden, oh my God, he's going the whole way.
Oh,
He's going the whole way. He's going to score. It's going to be a 100-yard kick six. Incredible. But then he does the stupid thing that football players still do for some reason, which is where he starts celebrating before he crosses the line, and he drops the ball before crossing the goal line. And they rule it a touchdown on the field, and then they review it like, oh, nope, he fumbled. The other team recovered the ball. No score.
Yep.
That's how Game of Thrones ended.
Or the 18-1 New England Patriots having the best season of all time and then no ring to show for it. It's basically what it is.
Yeah.
Don't remind me.
Yeah, sorry.
Boy, that really was wild.
Yeah. Man, if only the Patriots had won any other Super Bowl in that era, you'd really have something to cling on to.
Yeah, boy.
Too bad they were so
Patriots
terrible.
Do it,
yeah,
Mario.
really. You guys were really sticking it out through the bad years. My God.
We're running dry here, man. Come on. Give us a break here.
Yeah, my God. But yeah, that like pretty and they that Giants team that they lost to very average. I think they were like
average.
9-7 in their other season.
Mario Manningham, wide receiver 1. The hell are you doing? Actually, no, that was Plaxico Burress here. Their wide receiver 1 was a man who shot himself in the foot. Not metaphorically, literally shot himself in the foot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seems like you guys could have dealt with that better, but okay.
All right, Mario, how are you going to deal with your fourth pick?
All right, since we're kind of like in that Transformers vibe, I think I'm gonna stick in this generation. I think I'm gonna go with another rocking tune from my childhood. I gotta go with the.
All right, wait, time out. The way you said that made me think that you need to host like a 70s
Sirius XM
style
show or something.
Yeah.
It's like,
And this is a rocking tune from my childhood. Here comes
Casey Kasem listening to Rock and Roll 42.
This rocking tune.
Next, we're playing Transformers theme song.
Let's
It's
listen to
the
this.
rocking 70s on XM 78, where we play nothing but rocking tunes.
We got another rockin' tune from the Beach Boys, a real punk group.
We're getting some fan mail from Preston Thompson here saying, "Dear Casey, I would love to hear the SpongeBob theme song just one more time.
It's a real rockin' tune.
It's a real rockin' tune." So for one more rockin' tune, I'm going to go with the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Nice.
Go Power Rangers.
Yeah. That'll get the people going.
Classic.
You know what's wild is I looked at like 5 lists of greatest TV theme songs of all time, and we are way off of those lists. How come people don't?
For others' picks.
Game does not recognize Game here. This one should definitely be in like a top whatever list.
Maybe we're all just wrong. The three of us, I mean.
No. That could
Whatever
never happen.
wrong.
No. 3 dudes on a podcast? Always right.
Always.
Yeah, three white guys in a podcast? How could they be wrong about something? I think it's a good pick, Mario.
Thank
I think it's a
you.
good pick. I maybe a little overlappy with the vibe you're going with for Transformers, but you're locking
Double
down
down.
that demographic.
Yep, double it
You've
down.
locked it down.
Could have
You've locked
variety.
it down with the double down.
Could have variety on that.
That's a good little. Locked it down with a double down.
Ooh.
I don't know what it means, but it's provocative. Gets the people going.
Gets the people going. Exactly.
I want to see you at a blackjack table. It's like, I'm gonna lock it down with the double down. And he's gonna be like, "Sir, you need to make a bet." I don't know what that means. You just throw an indiscriminate number of chips at him. Be like, "Lock it down, dealer. We're doubling down."
Lock it down with the double down. Lock it down with the double down. He'll know what I mean. He'll know what it means. He'll just feel it.
We'll catch on.
All right. I have so many songs on my list that you guys start taking, and so it's really leaving me with some tough choices here to like maximize my pick. I think I'm going to go with my 2 S tiers that I have left. I don't think you guys are going to take, but I feel like I can't decide between like the good A list songs, A tier songs below them. So I'll let you guys maybe thin that herd a little bit for me. So I'm going to go with the theme song from Arthur. Which is an absolute fucking banger. Ziggy Marley wrote and produced that song. Isn't that insane? Ziggy Marley made the Arthur theme song.
I just
It's
had this
an
weird
absolute
vision.
banger.
I had this weird vision of it, presented by PBS, and then the Arthur theme song plays, and Daniel just comes on screen and is like, "Hold on, is that not just an absolute fucking banger? Run it back,
It
Ziggy!"
That song is so good. And also very sweet and wholesome. And if more people listened to it and knew the lyrics, the world would be a better place.
Wow. And how many songs can you say that about?
Yeah, how many? How many can you say?
Definitely not the SpongeBob song. If more people listen to that, people
No.
would just know more about the pineapple under the sea.
Or you guys are familiar with the Arthur theme song?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, it gets me emotional. That song's so good. All right, and then I'm gonna target my weeb audience now. If I haven't already with the Pokemon theme, I'm gonna absolutely lock it down with the double down here. I'm gonna go with Shingeki no Kyojin, the Attack on Titan theme from season 1.
Whoa,
which is
shit.
maybe the hardest theme song in the history of theme songs.
It's terrifying. I hate
That's
it.
a rockin' tune.
Can I be honest? I hate it.
Oh, do you really?
It's terrifying. Are you talking about the dun 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 dun?
The Baba Yaga.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the one.
I watched that show just sort of in the background of when I was working. It was just like on the other monitor, and that theme would come on, and I'd be like, my like heart rate is peaking right now. Like I can't do this.
Yeah, it's gonna hit a chord that not many other theme songs are capable of hitting. But honestly, like maybe this will open the door for you guys to go down this road with your last couple of picks. But there is no realm of TV that is doing theme songs like anime is. Like
Absolutely
anime fucking goes all in on their theme songs to the point where like a lot of big animes have multiple theme songs. Attack on Titan has had like 5 or 6 theme songs or something over like 4 seasons.
Go really hard.
Yeah. Yeah, that song gets me absolutely psyched out of my mind every fucking time I listen to it. It's a rockin' tune. I don't know what else to say about it.
Man. Okay, this makes me feel a little better now. Because I did have a little pick that was a little bit for the weebs out there.
I think Drafted has a fair bit of weeb listenership.
All right, so let's see if we can get some ears perking on this one. I'm going to go with the theme song from Digimon Adventures, but the Japanese version, which is 10 times better than the American version.
I've not heard it. All I know is Digimon, Digital Monsters.
That one's garbage compared to the Japanese
I will throw
version.
a clip in for the listeners as Daniel and I look this up.
Yeah. It is good, Mario.
Way fucking better, man. The Japanese
It is.
kill us.
It is so much better. It is so much better than the Digimon, Digital Monsters.
Digimon Girly Champions. It's stupid. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is not them. Yeah, that's good. I do think that there are better anime themes you probably could have gone with, but people. But it's a good song. I liked it. It's good. What did you think, Preston?
Very
Are you
good.
still listening to it?
I am still listening to it. It's very good.
It's a rockin' tune. Definitely a rockin' tune. Anime themes just go so hard, man. They put so much time and effort and
Naruto,
presumably money
all
into
them.
it.
They're like crazy.
Yeah. American TV shows need to up their fucking game. Stop spending so much budget on set design and shit, and put a little bit more into the theme.
Give me some music, man. Give me a rockin' score.
Yeah. All right, Preston. It's time for your final 2 selections. How are you rounding out your TV theme song playlist?
Well, I really badly want to take my favorite anime theme song, which we can talk about in the back half of the show, but I don't think I'm going to. It's a little bit of a risk because I don't think I've even talked to more than one person who's watched this show, so it would be a real risk.
Yeah. I will say that I think there are theme songs that I like better than Attack on Titan's theme song, but I think Attack on Titan is the most universally viewed and appreciated show of all the animes that I have watched, so that was a big reason in picking that.
Probably. All right. I'm gonna go with a real classic, a real rockin' out tune.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take
Swinging oldies.
the Scooby-Doo theme song.
Ooh.
Obviously,
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
thinking
good
of Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Where are you?
Like the old
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you?
Exactly.
Was
Yeah,
that the
See?
Monkeys that did that? It sounds like the Monkeys.
I don't think it's the Monkeys.
I forget who it was.
You know, there is a theme song that the Monkeys do, though. It's the Monkeys theme song.
I do man, the Monkeys.
Hey, we're the Monkeys.
We're always monkeying around.
Ted
Jones.
Nichols was the composer.
Huh.
Well, there you go. Thanks, Ted. I'm taking your song.
Speaking of SpongeBob earlier, I remember years ago, I had gotten out of SpongeBob for years, and
It's a mistake.
my little cousin was watching it one day, and I was at the house, and it was an episode with the Flying Dutchman. And at the end, they go down to Davy Jones' locker, and Davy Jones from the Monkees is there. Do you remember that episode when he showed?
I don't think I do.
It was like they actually had Davy
Is that
Jones
like a
in
new
the
one?
green. It was,
be a
no,
new
it was
one.
just year. This was years ago. No, because David Jones died like many years ago. But it was him like green screen in there. It's like, that's right, baby. You're in my locker. And he's throwing socks at him and singing "Daydream Believer" at the Dutchman. It's hilarious.
Is this a SpongeBob episode?
Yeah. Look up Davy
Were you not
Jones
just
on
like
SpongeBob.
tripping balls and just imagining?
I
this
thought
happened?
I thought I was, but that shit got me back into SpongeBob. I'm like, man, the writers are like gods. They got Davy Jones to do an episode of SpongeBob.
Oh, yeah.
And it's
There is an episode of Davy Jones in here. What? I'm an adult fandom.
it's only one little scene, but like they got Davy Jones in the episode. It might be.
It's SpongeBob versus the Big. Okay, no. So this is season 6. So this is later. This was if anything after season 4. I don't consider SpongeBob canon.
Ooh, interesting.
But that is a funny gag.
Yeah, that's...
and props to SpongeBob for making a joke that absolutely zero kids watching the show would understand.
Yeah, only it took me in, man. I was like, that's a dude from the Monkees, and I remember how on Brady Bunch was making out with Marsha Brady on the couch. I'm like, man,
Whoa! No one's taken the Brady Bunch theme yet. That's a classic as well.
again, I have a whole round of oldies, but like now you talked about your crowd here. I'm like, man, are these guys
That's
gonna
what
like?
I'm saying.
Are they gonna appreciate Petticoat Junction? Are they gonna appreciate Gilligan's
No.
Island?
No, definitely,
I don't think so.
definitely not.
Oh,
I don't think
so
so.
many like those theme songs. They are like craft beers. They're just they were made with such love and devotion. Love them.
Do you have your last pick, Preston?
I do.
A lot of hemming and hawing over there.
It's just fun for me, and
Yeah.
you may not let me take it.
Oh,
I would like, pretty please, the Monday Night Football theme song.
yeah, I think that's fine.
It's a TV
Okay.
show, right? It's
Yeah.
regularly scheduled programming. Ba, ba, ba,
Yeah,
ba. Gung, gung, gung.
Ba-dum. I in a lot of the lists I saw, they didn't have this, but they did have the Olympics theme song.
I did see that a few
I
times.
think
too.
if people are considering that, I think Monday Night Football is fair. What do you think, Mario?
I think so. You know, it was every week we sat down in front of TV and I got hyped. I used to get hyped, but dun 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 dun. Like that's
Yeah,
that's my
yeah,
ringtone.
it's a
at one
distinct
point.
show. It's a distinct song only for Monday Night Football. Yeah, I think it counts as a show's theme song.
I think so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm sort of hoping that people forget about the road trip aspects of this and just consider the artistry of the theme songs. Because then I think I win.
Yeah, I do. I think that would be a very different draft.
Yes.
Which I think is why I'm glad we did like the playlist aspect.
Yeah.
Although I will say, Preston, I think there are better sports
Yes.
show theme songs you could,
but
have picked.
not ones that non-sports people could still sing. Like there are people who could name like 2 NFL teams only that still know the Monday Night Football theme song. Like if you I like the CBS SEC football theme song, but I don't think
Yeah,
enough people
I
know
was
what
gonna
that
try
sounds
to-
like.
A lot of really great just sports music compositions. Just a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
I like the pick though, Preston, and it hits a field that no one else has touched. So like I feel like you can maybe swing some voters with that pick.
Thanks.
Mario, what is your final pick here to run out your playlist of TV themes?
Oh man, so many great choices here, but I was reminded of your PBS pick. And there's a couple of PBS bangers out there, but I gotta go with "Butterfly in the Sky." I can go twice as high.
That one's
Take a
so
look.
good.
It's in a book.
Reading
Reading Rainbow.
That goes
Nice.
hard.
I can go anywhere.
Wow, damn, let's go! Come on, baby. I can
soul
hear
on
them
it.
That song's
wheeling
so
that
good.
giant TV cart into the classroom already, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
let's go.
It's time.
Man, I'm a little. I don't know that I would have picked it because it feels like just like a little old. But what a good theme song, man! What a fucking good. The whole theme sequence is great. Like the animation, like while they're singing it.
Yep, very good.
I didn't really like Reading Rainbow the show that much, but I still rock the fuck out to the theme song, and that's the sign of a good theme song. That the theme song resonates with you even if the show didn't. You know?
That's a good pick. I like that.
That's a great pick, Mario. I love that pick. That might be my favorite.
Also,
pick.
like everybody was forced
so
to
far.
watch that show at one point because
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
you,
Oh, yeah.
you didn't
We've all
have a
seen it.
choice. Like it got played while you weren't allowed to leave, so you had to watch it.
While you were a prisoner.
While you were a prisoner.
That's what they play. Oh boy, I still have so many great songs on my list. This is going to be an expansive.
Yeah, this is gonna be the longest third
Post-
act of this
post
show
show.
because I
Yeah,
also have
yeah.
like 20 that I didn't get to.
Yeah, but I am going to go with one that I. This show had a real moment, but it didn't last very long. I think it was a Netflix show, and I think like the later seasons didn't quite keep the magic of the first. But fantastic theme song, very catchy. I feel like a lot of people were singing it. I'm going with Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Nice. That's a good one.
Unbreakable. It's a great theme song. It's made by the Gregory brothers who do all like the Songify this and Songify the news.
They
and
did
all that
the
shit on Yoho and all
the
that.
very famous Skip Bayless Tim Tebow thing, didn't they?
I don't
You know what
think
I'm talking about?
I'm familiar with that one.
Oh, I think that was the most viral one they had, where they had after Tim Tebow won his playoff game, they had Skip Bayless talking about like he's a winner, but they turned it into the Tim Tebow theme song.
To me, I think the most famous ones are like the Charlie Sheen Tiger Blood winning.
Yes.
The double rainbow all the way across the sky. The one that I first heard of them was he's climbing your windows, he's snatching your people up.
Oh yes.
The Bed and Shooter song.
Oh yes.
But I think my favorite of theirs is the Donald Trump ran down that ramp. Have you heard that one?
Oh,
No.
That one is so good and so catchy. Listen to it right now, Preston.
All right,
I'm going to listen to it right now
I'll
as
put a
well.
little clip in for the listeners.
There's no way I can make it down that ramp. I said, there's no way I can make it down that ramp without falling on my ass. There's no way, General, somebody grab you so fast. I don't want that. And this was a steel ramp. Really,
It's got like a kind of like Daft Punk
Yes, it
vibe to
does.
it.
Really, really steep.
But the chorus is so catchy.
I hate that this is good. Like I hate that I want to
It's
listen
really
to
good.
this.
Yeah. Like if this song had been on the album that Daft Punk released that had Get Lucky on it, you wouldn't be surprised, right? It would fit right in on that album.
Honestly.
Are you still listening to it, Preston?
I am sorry. I was enamored. Okay, I'm back.
I was
I'm back on the
rocking
show. I'm back on the show.
Yeah. So the Gregory brothers just like musical geniuses in their own right, and they made an absolute bop with the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt theme. So
Yeah.
that's how I'm running out my team.
Yeah, and you're right. That show did have a moment. I don't think I watched it all the way to the end, but I definitely watched at least 2 seasons.
Oh, I definitely didn't. I definitely watched the first season, and I feel like part of the second season maybe, but
Yeah.
I watched it with.
And then they did
Mima.
that experimental movie thing that I talked about on the last episode of Drafted. Now we're
Oh, that's
coming
right.
full
Yeah, I never
circle
watched the
with,
movie.
Daniel
That's right.
Radcliffe. Yeah,
Daniel Radcliffe in it.
yeah, he's like the problematic preacher, I think.
Oh, is he like John Hamm in a different?
No, that's
age?
John Hamm. You're right. I don't know who he is, but he's in the show.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
He plays Harry Potter.
Potter.
Okay, what do you want?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like Daniel Radcliffe. I have liked a lot of his post Harry Potter
For sure.
things.
I just watched a video of him on YouTube where it's like, you ever see those, like the actor goes through their entire filmography.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like, there's so many films that like I didn't even realize his first film was him and Pierce Brosnan and somebody else, like him as a kid.
Yeah, he
Or
was
Potter.
really
I'm like-
little. Yeah.
I'm like, man, like that's
He also
nice.
like he I don't know, he obviously you never know the whole story about his story, but he just seems like one of the few who like came out of being a childhood star with like a really good head on his shoulders, really grounded. And like listen, and that's not to say that people who go through that and don't come out that way, it's never their fault for the most part.
Right.
But it's just like kind of heartwarming that he has like
Yeah.
came out on the other side such a seemingly good dude and humble and all that.
Yeah.
He seems like an easy guy to root for.
And he's
I mean,
now
absolutely.
doing just really weird stuff with Steve Buscemi, and that's
Yeah,
awesome.
You
just wanna-
It's awesome.
Who doesn't love that?
He made his money. He made his money. He gets to go do his like
Weird Steve
projects
Buscemi
that
projects.
matters to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. Good for Daniel Radcliffe. All right, that is the final pick of the TV theme playlist draft, though. Here are the final teams. I have the Pokemon theme, Golden Girls, Ted Lasso, the Arthur theme song, Shingeki no Kyojin, the Season 1 theme of Attack on Titan, and the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt theme. Mario has the theme songs of Friends, The Big Bang Theory, Transformers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Digimon, the Japanese one. So be sure you listen to it before you vote, okay? Otherwise, you're an uninformed voter, and we do not condone that. And then Reading Rainbow, you'll of course know that one. Preston ends up with the Fresh Prince theme, the theme from Full House, SpongeBob SquarePants, Game of Thrones, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, Where Are You, and a Monday Night Football theme. We've kind of already alluded to it. We have so much more to discuss after one more quick break. This episode of Drafted is sponsored by FlatlineParty.com, the absolute best place to torture your eyes with a colorful mess of art. Flatline Party is a fresh-off-the-block small business selling colorful shirts and in the near future, other knickknacks as well. Aaron also does commissions, so if you're looking for some silly Twitch emotes or some art to make your YouTube channel look more handsome, shoot him a message. I'm happy to announce that all of our lovely listeners can use the code DRAFTEDPARTY to get a whopping 10% off apparel over at FlatlineParty.com. That's code DRAFTEDPARTY in all caps for 10% off. He's got great designs over there, so please do go check them out. You can also support this small business by following him over at flatline.party on Instagram. Okay, let's do it. We all kind of talk about how we have a bunch of songs still on our list. I'll go first. I feel like I rarely go first here.
Okay.
To let you guys think about it if you need.
Sure.
Songs that we have on our list that we did not pick. I had Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
Ooh.
The greatest a cappella theme song of all time. I had... Okay, and then most of the ones that I had after that were... non-lyrical, which is ultimately why I think I did not take them.
Right.
But some of the ones that I had are the Office theme, which I feel like probably all of you
Totally.
will have on there.
Yep.
Absolute classic, fantastic theme song. If it were purely just best theme songs, I'm sure that would have been taken and probably pretty high.
I think so.
The Downton Abbey theme,
Ooh.
which if I were going to go down that road of like the Game of Thrones pick, I would take the Downton Abbey theme over Game of Thrones. It's just a beautiful song. It's just beautiful. I have it on my playlist. To be fair, I also have the Game of Thrones on my playlist, but I have like it on my playlist of lyricless music that I would listen to when I used to write more often.
Right, yeah.
And then the White Lotus theme from Season 1. Have you guys heard this song?
No.
Did you guys watch White Lotus Season 1?
No, I have not.
Listen to it right now.
Oh my god.
Listen to it right
this
now.
This is a demand you're making.
Yes. It is the song that I was absolutely bopping my head off to prior to us getting on the call together.
Okay.
And it's weird. It is the weirdest song. It's not like any other theme song I've ever heard, but it is so fucking catchy. It is mind-blowing. Now, it might take a listen or two to get you going.
It's
but
a
if
little
you watch the
haunting.
show, it's definitely haunting. It fits the show perfectly in that way. But it fucking once it gets going,
Ooh, that like
yeah.
Oh my god.
When I watch it, like especially if you watch a show, because you watch the episode a few times and you hear the song a few times, and it really just latches into your brain. I listened to it so much. Whatever year the Season 1 of
Very good.
White Lotus came out.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I love it, and it's so unique.
Yeah.
Like, I've never heard really a song that sounds like it in any way.
Okay. Is it my turn?
Yeah, those are the ones that I had.
Okay, I have a bunch.
Oh wait, sorry. The Bob's Burgers theme as well. Bob's Burgers theme as well.
I don't remember the Bob's
just
Burgers.
very catchy and happy. It's like ukulele going.
Oh yes, okay, now I remember. Once you said ukulele, I got
Dum
it.
ba dum bum ba dum.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had a couple classic ones that I just didn't think were going to resonate with our audience very much. That are like great songs. Moving on up from the Jeffersons.
Moving on up.
Yeah,
According to Rolling Stones, that's the greatest theme song of all
I
time.
really thought about taking it, but I've never seen the Jeffersons. I just know that that's a good song. And
I love
same
the
thing
Jeffersons.
goes for Cheers. Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name.
Sometimes you wanna go.
Yeah, I was just at Cheers, actually, and actually talked to the guy at the door, and I was like, I gotta ask, do you get annoyed when people ask if they know your name? He's like, I get it all the time. He's like, I hate it here. He fucking hates his job. So shout out to John at Cheers.
Hey, let's go, John. Listen to the show. This episode will cheer him up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cheers him up.
Hey. Nice.
I had Fairly Odd Parents too.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Awesome. The
Really good
problem
one, yeah.
is it's not even the best song in the show. Shiny Teeth and Me is just like an earworm.
Shiny teeth
Boy.
that twinkle. Yeah.
Just like the stars in space.
Talk about Twitch spamming that on Daniel's channel. That's what I do
Yeah.
when I go back in there now. Is I just play that song.
Yeah.
Boy Meets World, which was mentioned, is very good.
How does the Boy Meets World name go?
Hey, Boy Meets World. Boy Meets World.
And there's other words, but I can't remember. Because it's Boy Meets World. Nailed it. Got it in one. Okay, others, non-lyrical, as Daniel said. Hawaii Five-0 is like absolutely slaps. Oh my god, it's so good.
That is good.
Miami Vice, similar vein. I love the Succession theme. I think it's awesome. And they incorporate it into basically the soundtrack of every single episode. It is so good. And I'll say the same about Stranger Things. I think the Stranger Things theme is super unique. It used to be my ringtone for a long time, and I think it's a perfect ringtone, so I love that theme. And then the last one I had is like, how many theme songs do you know that can be a punchline to a joke? And that's what the It's Always Sunny theme is. So you can just sort of play that after somebody does something stupid, and then everybody laughs a little bit more.
Or the Curb.
I was going to say Curb
The
Your
Curb
Enthusiasm.
Exactly, the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme also. Yeah. A free punchline. But those are the other ones I had. And Malcolm in the Middle is like awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Ooh,
sort of
That's that.
early 2000s
Do you know the artist of that
punk
song?
Pop. No, I don't.
It's They Might Be Giants.
Is it really?
Yeah, the ones who do the Constantinople was, or what is it? Istanbul was Constantinople.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Those were mine. Mario, do you have any extras?
So yeah, I have a lot. So I actually, believe it or not, I was born in 1991, but I was raised on a lot of old television. My grandmother always had TV Land on, and I think that's why I liked WandaVision so much when that came out from on Disney Plus, because they took from a lot of like Bewitched and like Dick Van Dyke Show.
WandaVision's a challenge because like they had a different theme song for each episode, but like the theme song started becoming part of the show. It was like very meta. But that was the most entertained I've ever been by an intro to a show because it changed with the episodes as they went through.
Yeah.
That's the best thing Marvel has done, I think. Maybe
we just
ever.
started when Mike and Britt were down here. We were like rewatching it. We're like, man, remember how much we loved the show when it came out? Not because of like the crazy stuff that we wanted to come, but just like as a piece of art, it was so interesting.
It's
how they did
legitimately
that.
very creative and super inventive and super different and all the things you expect Marvel to definitely not ever try. And it's probably like the last thing they will do for a while that like pushes some sort of boundary like that because boy, that shit was good.
Yeah, now it's a mess.
Daniel's giving me a look because there's no way he's seen it, which I get. But like, it is truly like if you watch one of the Marvel things, it is up there. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
The whole show or just the opening?
I mean, it's 10 episodes, so and they're all 25
they're quick.
minutes or so. So like, you could just binge through
much
the
for me.
show.
Too much for me.
And honestly, the last 2 episodes are like fine. They sort of revert into like, oh well, it's Marvel, so we better have a big fight scene. But up until then, it is really a like study on America's television experience by decade. It's like the first episode is like 50s and 60s, and then they move into the 70s, and then they go into 80s, and then there's like a Malcolm in the Middle series of episodes where it's like 2 or 3 where they do like a punk pop theme intro, and then they keep going into like early 2000s laugh track, and then they do a Modern Family style show where they're doing talk to camera. It's so creative. It's wild to me that didn't get more like love for that.
Yeah, I loved it. But yeah, also on my list, I also had the Monday Night Raw theme song from like 2002. That
Nice.
shit went hard. Across the Nation by Union Underground. That shit, as a kid, that shit got me hyped up. I was like, with a Mountain Dew in my hand, a bag of Lay's potato chips, and I'm ready to go nuts and watch Stone Cold beat the shit out of everybody. So that's a really good one. And one I was wondering if anybody would bring it up. I don't know if anybody. I mean, I know I come from the kind of superhero realm, but Peacemaker has a really great theme song. It's John Cena. It's
I
a
still haven't
DC
watched
property.
it yet. Yeah.
But that one had a just listen to the theme song. Is it?
Oh, that's like it's like the new show where he's a weird anti-hero.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like he's from the Suicide Squad. It's like, but every episode had the same choreographed dance thing with it's like a Bon Jovi '80s kind of song, and like I would never skip it when it was the episode would start. Usually you skip the intro. I would never skip it because it was just so
It is
fun.
deeply weird. I'm watching it now, and it's John Cena doing a probably like 80s style choreographed dance in front of some
stiff,
neon lights.
very stiff dancing, and people come out and like in costume also doing dance.
Oh my god, it's so deeply weird.
But that was the beginning.
Didn't they
of-
get memed? It was like him dancing in a lot of different scenes. I feel like there were a lot of memes of this.
I think so. Yeah, this was on everyone's TikTok when it came out.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
So that was about it. What I had, just some kind of vintage picks and some other stuff from my childhood.
Peacemaker was apparently pretty good, yeah? Did you watch
It was really
I
good.
guess you did watch it if you like the theme.
Because James Gunn, man, I know it's not the Friggin' Nerds podcast, but James Gunn is God. You know, he put out those that you know, Guardians was great. He's running DC now, and he's like making it better now. And this was kind of the first taste of it when he put this out. And like, all right, let's see what he can do. Now he's running the place, so he's doing like new Superman. He's revamping everything. So I want to see what his Superman looks like, his Batman, his Wonder Woman. I want to see it so bad. It looks like a lot of fun, but.
God, so much
that's-
damage is done.
that's what
he has
you-
to
that's what
he
you
has to
gotta do.
undo so much harm to
But look
get
at this,
his
Preston.
projects to work.
See how ridiculous this is.
That's what I
want.
like. That's the energy
That's-
I like. Yeah.
Those are the books I read as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? Like it's like, you know,
Embrace the campiness.
I
Yes.
always hate when people are like, you know, oh man, it's like the Spider-Man movie's not like serious. It should be a little more serious. He lost his uncle for fuck's sakes. I'm like, he's a fucking Spider Man who
Yeah.
swings webs in
He
New
can
York
stick
City.
the walls. What do you
Who
mean?
cares?
Everyone's name is alliterative, okay? It's not that serious.
Like, who cares about the realism? It's like, oh man, it's like this Avengers movie's like is too campy. I'm like, there's a green guy with shorts running around. Who cares? Have fun with your movies. So I think so. James Gunn understands that. He's like, we're gonna bring in the Goofy.
I mean, we could go on and on with all the theme songs that weren't.
Oh, can I
picks.
mention
So
one more?
many.
I'm sorry, because I said I was going to mention my
Oh, yeah.
favorite anime theme song. It is
Yes.
a song called Period by a band called Chemistry. It is the season 4 song of Full Metal Alchemist. And it is so good. I make a playlist for every month on Spotify. Like I have May
What's it called?
2015, June 2015, July. I've been doing this since like for 5 or 6 years now. That song has been on my playlist for probably like 2 or 3 years now. It's on every single one I do. Period by Chemistry.
触れることはない心をつなぐ強い絆を決してほどけはしないさ探し続けてたどり着いた
Nice.
It reminds me of like old style, maybe like All American Rejects, where it's pretty like pump uppy and it's sort of like Fight the Man-ish. But of course, I don't know what any of the words are because it's not in English. But I like to imagine it's like a "We're Not Gonna Take It" style song. It is so good. I'll throw a clip in for the listeners.
Yeah, they're just... I mean, honestly, we could have done a whole draft of just anime themes. Okay, what was the worst or most surprising pick of the draft?
Probably the Attack on Titan one was the most surprising for me.
I would agree.
Daniel picked that, right?
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad pick, but it was sort of out of left field.
You just didn't see the anime? You just didn't see the anime coming?
Yeah.
Yeah, like like Pokemon. I was like, I'm sure someone's gonna bring a Pokemon because I remember I talked about this with Lee. I'm like, which theme should I pick? First one she said was Pokemon. But I can see some deeper. I don't know. I never really watched Attack on Titan that much, but like I would assume that's one of more popular animes to choose from.
Yeah, I of the last few years anyway, I definitely think like the most popular.
I would think so. The one that I struggled to get on board with the most is Big Bang Theory, I think.
Really?
Especially with how early it was taken. Because I think Daniel and I are not going to take that, probably.
Yeah, it wasn't on my list. It was not on my list.
So, I don't know. But maybe we have some fans that will come to your side.
This is the problem, I think, with the Big Bang Theory
here we go.
song. Is that it's not... Because I do think the song is nice and catchy. But you can't remove it from its connection to Big Bang Theory, the show. And I think for most people, that's a pretty... At least for most people that listen to this show, it's going to be a pretty big negative connotation.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I feel bad for the guy that wrote Green Acres. You can never sing it ever again. They keep asking me about that damn show. It's like it's a song, for God's sakes.
Okay, fan bonus poll. Big Bang Theory. Just yes or no.
Yay or nay?
Just yes or no.
Yeah, Big Bang Theory, yes or no?
Big Bang Theory? Yay, nay?
The show or the event?
Yeah, the actual theory.
I'm a thumbs down on both.
Yeah.
Really? Interesting, Dan.
Thumbs down on
Do
both.
you want to break that down?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Maybe on another episode.
Okay. Yeah, draft of top ways the universe was created. Or the universe will end.
Top catastrophic events.
Yeah. Top drafting the most likely apocalypses.
Or most fun. Most fun.
I'm taking first round pick. I'm taking Cthulhu. Everybody knows the dark when he returns.
That would be terrible. That would be bottom of the list. Worst apocalypse. All right, that brings me to the final question. Oh, I guess I didn't answer that question. Honestly, I think it's SpongeBob was the one that I
really
was the most surprised by. I mean, I reacted to it, at the time, so I don't want to belabor it. But yeah, I just think for like pure listening, like I'm gonna listen to a theme song and not have it be connected to the show in any way. I just would never pull up the SpongeBob theme.
Okay.
Of all the songs on this list, I think it's the last one I would go out of my way to listen to.
Okay, that's fine.
Not to pick on you, Preston. I'm sorry. Just I have to speak my truth.
It's your show, so.
Hey, it's our show. Okay, final question of the show now. Whose theme song are you most excited to queue up? And if it's your own, obviously, you got to pick second place.
I mean, my top two picks are very strong, and then I feel like it's a little weird after that. But the Full House Fresh Prince back-to-back is pretty good. But it's honestly close, I think, between me and Daniel, for me at least. The Attack on Titan theme really is not pleasurable to me.
You don't like the... Oh, really?
I recognize that the theme is good, but I don't
you just don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I got
It's
you.
like riding a roller coaster and your seatbelt comes undone. It's like, I'm still having fun, but oh my God.
No, that would not be fun. There would be zero fun if you're on a roller
It's
coaster.
true. Not much fun. I think I'm going to stick with mine. But I think Daniel is a runner-up.
Okay. Mario, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm kind of on the opposite side. I'm kind of between me and Daniel, because fuck you, Preston. No, I'm just kidding.
Fair. No, listen, it's fair.
You two are rivals.
Yeah, we're rivals
It's
now,
established.
apparently.
I'm
Mario and I are
unwilling to
cool
let
now.
it go. Apparently, yeah.
This is the new season, so the new rivalries. It's always changes. But no, in seriousness, like I think I won some people over here on the show here with a Japanese Digimon theme song.
That I did not see coming, Mario. I got to be honest.
That's a fun one, and and of course, I love that Pokemon theme. No matter what, I could be in the middle of like a house fire, and if I hear that song playing, I'm going to still sing it. I'll still be trying to get out of the
You're gonna
house.
stop what you're doing.
I'll stop what I'm doing.
No, you're gonna stop what you're doing and just sing.
And I'll sing the song. So that's a really catchy one, of course. But yeah, I think I'll just I probably will be selfish and stick with mine just because we got Digimon in there, Transformers, a lot of nostalgic hits. Good old rockin' hits of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. This is Casey Kasem saying good night, and don't forget to get your
rockin' tunes. Got some more rockin' tunes.
Get your dogs spayed or neutered.
Do
Just
I don't know it was
dogs.
Casey Kasem. That was Bob Barker, but you should still
Always a
Same
good
thing.
message. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because I didn't love any of Mario's picks until the last one. Reading Rainbow, I thought actually was his best pick for me. I think most people will love the.
It was
like,
a great
will like the
value.
Friends theme
Great
pick, but-
value. Yeah.
Yeah, great selection. But it's still Preston, comfortable second ahead of Mario, I think. But I really feel like I'm very happy with my picks. I mean, you guys really didn't take any of the theme songs I wanted. I mean, like of the songs that were taken that I had on my list at all, it was Full House, and that
Did you not have Fresh Prince?
Was it?
Because that's just an oversight.
and Fresh Prince
Okay.
and Fresh Prince.
I was gonna say that's just not thinking
so-
through it all the way. Yeah.
Those were the two. Those were it for songs that I would have taken. So I feel very happy with mine. I think I just missed my audience with you two with the Attack on Titan theme, but I think a lot of people.
I think a lot of
like,
people
Attack on
will
Titan themes
gravitate
were like
to that.
famous for people loving.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Sure.
one I'm really excited to see the Discord conversation with because
Yes.
music really does highlight one's personality. So I think it's going to be interesting to see what people latch on to and what they don't. Because one person
Yeah.
could be like, "Oh, I know this because I remember my parents listened to this," or something like that. Or somebody could be like, "Oh, I used to watch this when I was a kid." It's interesting to get those kind of views.
See, I disagree. I think music is either good or bad, and it can be objectively proven. Like, I think if you like Dave Matthews, you're a good person. And if you don't,
I thought you were
you're
gonna
a
say the
bad
opposite.
person. Pretty
I think we're
objectively.
going to go the opposite way with that.
No. Dave Matthews is great.
But yeah, as Mario said, please let us know. Hit us up in the Discord. We're on Twitter less and less because I deleted Twitter off my phone.
You mean
So we're just-
X?
Oh my god,
X
dude.
now.
Wait, what?
They-
Wait, you
Oh,
haven't
you
seen
didn't
this? Okay, Dan, let me take you through this step by step.
It's been a
They
while.
changed the
So
name of Twitter.
been a while.
Elon Musk decides at one point that he wants to change the name to X. Just the letter.
Is that true?
Yes. 3 things happen. 1, he changes the logo and the webpage, and it looks like a porn site. Mario is showing Daniel right now.
What the
It's just
fuck?
an X. See? Do you see that big X flash up on screen? So
Yeah.
the second thing happens, he removes the word Twitter from the building and puts up an X, but he didn't get permits for all the construction equipment, so they shut it down. Yeah, and then the third
I did see a thing about removing the Twitter, but I didn't know
Right.
what it was about.
So then
like
the
from the
third
building.
thing that happens is he put a giant X on top of the building in San Francisco, and it lights up like the Eiffel Tower at night. And now he's being sued for keeping people awake because it's the
Twitter
brightest thing you can fucking see it from space. It's so bright.
So it's really not called Twitter anymore?
No, it's
Yeah,
called
it's
X.
The domain is still twitter.com.
And you know what? I deleted it too. So good job, Dan. We're like, once it turned into X, I was like, no, I'm done, man.
I don't even know what to say.
I unfortunately still have to use it for work. I wish that wasn't the case, but like I have to have a work account
Jesus.
on there. But yeah,
Jesus X. Well, anyway, so yeah.
So all
I
that
mean,
to say is we don't do polls on Twitter anymore. We do them on Google
join the Discord,
Forms.
okay, people.
We do them on Google Forms, and we love having convos in the Discord.
Yes, yeah. So join the Discord if you aren't already. There's never been a better time to join it. That's where we're at. But Mario, thank you so much for joining us, man. And this is on late notice too, so we very much appreciate you coming on. Hope you had a good time.
Of course.
I know you have. I mean, all the friggin' nerds come on all the time, but give them your spiel on your Connery podcast as well.
Yeah. So yeah, of course, Friggin' Nerds Media. If you guys haven't heard of us yet, we do a lot of nerdy content over there. We do have a podcast, but it is on a brief hiatus for this summer. With all the writer strikes and all that, a lot of news is kind of flat, so we're just kind of like not doing much. Content-wise, you'll still have some trailers to react to on our YouTube, so you can follow us on youtube.com/FrigginNerdsMedia for some more content there. Join us on Discord as well. That's a lot of action happens on there. We do a lot of fun games and community activity. We just had our first in-person Friggin' Nerds Fan Fest here in Rhode Island, which is a huge success, so we try to do a lot of community things.
That's awesome.
And
one of these days we'll have a draft con.
Yeah.
Oh my god. We should combine forces into a drafted nerd con.
Honestly, yeah, because we were
And
talking
just
about
do a giant live show where 7 people are drafting teams. That'd be so fun.
We almost did that. We kind of got time away from us, but we want to do a live stream together. But next year we'll do something cool. So that'd be great, doing a full draft thing there.
I'll host us. My house can sleep at least 40.
Okay.
At least 40.
We will take you up on that.
Yeah, his house is an old military barracks. It's very weird, but perfect for this.
It is haunted, but if you're cool with that, then it's fine.
Just grab a sack and just lay wherever on the floor, and you're good.
Yep. That's the drafted motto. Just grab a sack.
Grab a sack and
find a spot on the floor.
But yeah, you guys can follow us there anywhere. Friggin' Nerds Media. We're still on X for the time being until that syncs. You can also find me on my other podcast, Connery Curious, where we cover every single film in the filmography of Sir Sean Connery. My pal Dylan Preston has been on. That was a really fun show. We're still trying to find a movie for Dan to watch, and then we can have the full trifecta of the drafted boys in the Connery Curious land.
Nice.
So
I did have a really great time. We talked about Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, which is just one of my favorite movies ever. So if you want to go here and talk about that for 2 hours, then
it was about almost
check it out.
Yeah, Preston left early during the recording. We still went for another hour.
That's ridiculous.
We just love that movie so much.
It is very good.
Quick sidebar, kind of a check-in. Did you watch the new one?
I have not
the new
seen
indie?
it yet. Can I be honest? I'm scared. Because I know it's bad.
You don't want to be hurt again.
Well, okay. I'm really struggling with this, that I'm having a hard time watching movies and just sort of enjoying them for what they are. Everything in my head is sort of rating them on a scale. And I think part of it is I have started tracking all the movies I've seen on Letterboxd, and when you say that you've seen something, it asks you to rate it. So I just sort of rate it. So, but something will literally happen in the middle of the movie, and I'm like, oh, that takes it down to a 4. And I want to untrain my brain from that. Once I do that, I will go see the Indiana Jones movie, because I'm sure it's fun, but I just know it's probably not great.
Yeah, it's fun. I looked at it from both ends. Indie fan, but also movie critic. And I'm like, okay,
right.
There's certain things that are annoying me, but I'm going to get past it because this is my last run with Harrison, man. I'm going to have as much fun as I can. I'm like, he's in the costume.
He's going to live till he's 150 and make 3 more Indiana Jones movies.
He's in Marvel now. He transitioned to Marvel. He's going to be Red Hulk apparently if they end up doing that. So
Insane.
It's
that's a perfect character for him though, because he technically doesn't need to be alive to play it.
Yeah,
they could AI the shit out of it, and Red Hulk could still be
talk for 2 minutes and point at the cameras I didn't kill my wife, and then he turns to Red Hulk.
Yeah, he'll be the Paul Walker of the Marvel universe.
Jesus! All right, we need to end this show. I don't know where Preston's saying this episode, but I need to stop him right now. Mario, thank you so much for joining us. Guys, go support the friggin' nerds. Go support Mario. Listen to his other podcasts. Go follow them on Twitch and on YouTube.
I don't know who I'm waving at.
Thank you guys so much. Yeah, people can feel the energy, I think.
They can feel the wave. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't know if there'll be an episode next week. I will be out of town all weekend doing an Ulti-World thing. So I will talk to you guys next time we talk to you. Bye.
Bye. Can you name all Pokemon that are on screen at the time of word, Dan?
No, absolutely not. Definitely not.
This is Charizard, Lapras, Blastoise, all of them.
Do you actually remember this?